Well, I noticed that b3 was possible. In fact, Heine suggested it a while ago, and then when we came across this exchange sack, I was more or less happy with that. I felt that black has very good compensation for 2 pawns. Though it's still unclear because though black is 2 pawns up, this pawn on d4 is actually restraining quite a lot of black's pawns. So it's not clear how I'm supposed to make progress, but what white is supposed to do also is not clear. But then perhaps he rushed with ab5, I don't know, but at least it's a very forcing line. So if he hadn't played a4, this could have been a different kind of game. But when I played knight f4, I thought it was quite unpleasant for him. And that's when I started to think that I was just better already, because he can never take on g5. I go knight e2 check and queen h2, of course. But he cannot play g3 either because of knight e2 check, queen d5 check, and rook d8. Rook e1 didn't, I just go queen d5 and so on. So I started to get ambitious, but he found king h1, which is I think the best move. I went queen d5, f3, rook e8, queen g7, rook d7, and here my knight is too strong. So I think by playing queen f8 with the threat of rook fc1, I believe that at the game I thought I could go queen d6, queen g7, queen d5 back, and that it's a draw. And probably this was best because I thought knight e2 was very strong because I'm also restraining rook fc1. But I completely missed rook fe1. Knight takes d4. And in fact, I was really worried about rook a d1. Because the funny thing is, it's very difficult. Once my knight is hooked with f6 and e5, I'm probably better. Unless white has something very specific like in the game, which was just unbelievably unclear. But somehow my knight was just loose after rook a d1, and I didn't see any easy solution for that. To make matters worse, it's not very easy to find it over the board, I think. So I think this would have been really unpleasant. But he was attracted by the attack, so he went rook e d1, e5, rook a c1. I was actually relieved because I felt that at least if I get my pawn on f6, it should be good. In fact, he had completely missed queen h6. So I play queen d6, queen g5, f6, and I think we were not sure how big white's advantage is, but it's quite unpleasant. And after that, I don't know, it was very difficult to evaluate the position. I was starting to get optimistic about king a5, b4. But somehow, with 2 rooks and a queen, it's almost impossible to queen these pass pawns. And somehow I saw my king going to b4, but I couldn't see it coming back. So I thought probably just to come back to b6 and just... so this he could have already gotten on the previous move. King b6, let's say queen c8, rook b7, rook c1. But I don't see either side making any progress. I'll go knight b3, for instance. So, and both sides just have to sit. I can't move my rook easily, and I didn't see how to make progress. So in the end, it was, I think,
well, yeah, I don't disagree with everything. Just that, okay, it was a bit strange maybe because I was a bit tired after yesterday's game, and because I completely forgot that I could have just taken g5 pawn, playing queen h6 and queen take g5 after h. Okay, of course, this was my dream position. I agree that before I don't think I had any advantage, but okay, once I managed to take on g5, my position is very nice. I mean, I don't know how much is it better, but it's definitely better for white. But for some reason I totally forgot, I mean, the whole idea, I mean, that I simply have taken g5. Because, okay, I must admit I was a bit over optimistic about my attack with rook c1. Because, okay, somehow I thought I play queen g8, then rook c8, and then next rook a1 and rook a8, and I take a6 pawn. But then once bishop played a5 somehow, and then a4, I realized that after rook c1, black always has knight b3, and he's just in time to protect everything. I couldn't really find any improvement, I mean, any way to improve my position. And okay, the final position, it's very strange. I mean, I don't know, I think it's probably about equal, but I simply couldn't see any way. I mean, I couldn't see any chance for me to win. I couldn't see what to do than just to stay. I'm not sure that black is better if white simply stays and do nothing, but well, he's definitely not worse. So okay, I thought it's probably time to overthrow because I couldn't really see any way to make a progress.